public service message regarding pumpkin spice. Every day, thousands of pumpkins sit shriveled up in a field somewhere without their spice. Have you seen a pumpkin like this? It's just not nice. So please, before you order, think about it and let's stop pumpkin suffering today. All right. Seriously, I have two pieces. The first one I literally wrote this morning. So this is the first time I've actually read it. I read it in the car today to myself, but it's called Vagabond Love. Small towns. I've been to many of them. Sat in groups of lifelong friends, drinking bourbon, breaking bread, unfamiliars hanging on every word I said. See, they never leave the street, their asphalt, the bricks they live in, and the ones underneath their feet. So I'm something different, an escape for them, to live vicariously through without ever having to cross the edge or pass through the city limits flume. Oh, they want to know what's on the other side. They question and dangle on every inflection before retreating to their pits of safety to hide, away from the world's infections. And while they never stray, they strain to see the life I live and how it has unfolded for me, and they believe. And I could be anyone, and they don't care. To them, I am the reprieve, the break from monotony, from programmed regurgitation, and that's all they see. But to me, those towns, those small towns, the blue collars, the bartenders, the preachers, the freaks, the residential blenders, the markets and banks, and roadside wells, and cafes and thrift shops, filling stations and holding cells, town halls and churchy bells are more. Those places, their places, the ones I visit alone, and what they may never understand is that all of those small towns, those small town people, are my forever home. Literally 15 minutes this morning, it's like in touch with the universe. 7 of those 15 I was literally on the toilet. Sorry. TMI. All right, so this next one I wrote last week is called Forward. After I die, I wonder, will the world be better or worse? Will someone carry on my words, verse after verse, alliterating letter upon letter the way the spill was intended? How the lines rhyme and non-rhymes befriended? Will anyone see the words and feelings that came out of me had purpose? To bolster people's beliefs, to give insight toward a better world, and if for a fleeting moment, to apply a needed reprieve. A break from the drugs and the crime and the unemployment lines, from abuse and violence, anxiety and reticence, from homelessness and depression, grief and regression and relapse and doing time, overthinking in their manic minds, a vacation from their nature darkly, fear, social media, the news, and tainted information unwise? Or will everything just stay the same? Toxic patterns of trauma, name-calling, poverty, and misplaced blame, active social discord, starving for connections gained, fake news, sensationalized trials, a never-ending cycle of misery, suffering, and bile. Shampooing, lather, rinse, repeat again and again, over and over, without ever getting over it. The overdoses, the death, the cold nights, the concrete pillows, the never rights, the black eyes, the never good enoughs, the whys, uncertainty, lost dignity, too fat, too skinny, too blonde, too black, the loose understanding of infinity, and the loss of self and distance from divinity, and the never-ending strife. Yeah. While I'm still alive, though, here in this life, this is the shit that keeps me up at night. Thank you.
Oh, it wasn't last time.
So I do this now, like I travel around with these open mics all over, so I wouldn't be remiss if I didn't mention. I got a couple books in the bag, if anybody's interested. 3 of my 4 published books I have with me for sale. And I've got cards for how to connect with me on social media and stuff like that. So if anybody's interested, see me after this. So I did an open mic in Spring Green, Wisconsin last month, and I wrote this one in the car on the way out there. And yes, I text and drive, and I know it's not safe.
Oh.
I'm progress, not perfection. So, painted lines, green highway signs, reflection stripes and brush-colored brush, velvety violet gray asphalt on the ground, gravelly grooved concrete slush, beautiful traction. And I look around hard on believing, above the sun's beating, the air streaming, and the sound of tires and motors screaming. How the road can fill up the hollow inside, roads between here, there, and everywhere, stifling my running hide, deflating my polka dot parachute, and generally pacify my jitterbuggy mind. So I don't give a shit. So I don't care about any of it. Is it mental masturbation, thought process subjugation, subjective signals and information, distraction, reaction, extrasensory perception dumbed down? And I frown because I lost my place. I lost the why I'm in this race. And then again, was it even a race in the first place with just monkey shines all the time? Or is it all in my mind? Damn. Energy beaming, batshit country, rat-riddled, visual hallucination, audible paradiddle, telepathy steaming along, fortune teller, programming, rewiring, wrong. Code flaw, ball crystal mystic, some source end in misery, poison, program, psyche, energy, algorithm pissing on me, duality, interchange, one way a captive, one way free. Most days neither switchback even feels like me. Man, I shake my head, ears ringing in dread, tears in my eyes, blood pressure rise, and I tell myself to focus on the road ahead and just fucking drive.